This is my video showing how to block a sweater. So here's the sweater before. This is not sized to my size. It's just to give an idea to show you like what it looks like. So you can see like this is kind of jagged edges here. This is before blocking. Oh, baño. To block is I'm gonna test the yarn for any color bleeding, and then if that's okay, then we'll go forward with soaking in conditioner to soften it up. If there's dye bleeding, then I'll add vinegar, and then we block it. To test the dye to see if it bleeds, these are just scraps from cutting the ends off after sewing them in. I'm gonna fill this up with warm water, and then we will soak with a little bit of gentle detergent for about 15 minutes. So now we have warm water, and I'm literally just gonna put this in here and a teensy bit of soap, like that much. And then stir it around. I'm gonna set a timer for 15 minutes, and then we will come back and test it on the paper towel to see if it bleeds. We've let it soak for a while, and now I'm just rinsing out. I'm just gonna like give it a cool rinse, like that, squeeze, and then place it on the paper towel like this. I'm gonna press it a little bit, and there is no color coming onto the paper towel, which means there is no bleed, which is good. The dye is done really well, so they could hand wash in warm water and no color will bleed. It's all white. That's good. So now we're going to soak the sweater. Like the sweater does not fit in the bucket, so I'm filling the sink up with warm water. I'm gonna put a dab of conditioner in it to help soften the yarn. It's pretty warm. It's not hot. Like if you can put your hand in and it just feels warm, then that's fine. And we are gonna just squish her down. So we want it all covered and soaking. The tub might have been a better option, but we're already here. Fill her up. And since we did the color test, we don't need to worry about color bleeding. So now we'll put in a tiny dab of conditioner. I don't think it really matters the conditioner you use. I just get one that's like, use the generic one we have, and try to use one that like doesn't have too much extra stuff in it. So I'm gonna put like this much. Actually probably start with less. Mix that in and around. And the vinegar is kind of optional. And since you asked for me to add vinegar, I'll add that in. As we saw in the color test, there's nothing really bleeding. Now we'll mix that in. So now we've got it soaking in conditioner. Now we let it sit for like, oh, I don't know, it depends how long. I'm gonna just do 15 minutes because it doesn't need to sit that long. I think it's acrylic. I'm gonna set a timer for 15 minutes. So while that is sitting, soaking, I'm actually gonna get the drying space ready to block it. You could use the like foam squares if you have them, or literally just like get towels for it to lay flat on. I'm just getting towels for it to lay like this. It shouldn't be like soaking when you lay it out to dry. So it's just something to like protect the carpet. But if you don't have a carpet space, then you'll need like the foam pieces, or you're just gonna essentially need something to hold the sweater in place, and I'll show you what I mean when I get to that point. For now, this is our blocking space because I'm gonna use pins to shape it. So when the sweater is done soaking, we'll lay it here. We need one more towel to roll out the sweater once it's done soaking. So let me go get that and I'll show you how I set that up. Okay, it started getting hot, so I pulled my hair back. There's about 3 minutes left on the timer. So here is what I've set up. So I have 2 towels laid out just on top of each other for a little extra absorption. So you can lay down towels this, and then the sweater is done soaking. We'll lay it here and we'll be rolling it up to like squeeze as much water out as possible. The timer is off and we're going to take out the sweater and then dry it. Whew, your girl is sweating. So let's drain and then we will just squeeze out as much as we can. Do not wring it or do anything. Honestly, don't do anything but just like squeeze out the water because we don't want to like reshape it or anything yet. So I'm just literally like squeezing out the water. It's just getting the excess water out. And so now we're gonna rinse out the conditioner. And for that, we're just gonna go in here and squeeze it out gently, like so. That's also the reason why we don't put a lot in, because it's just to help soften it. Again, the tub might have been easier. Now we will re-squeeze as much out as we can. And I gotta move a little fast because I have to go to therapy. Squeeze, squeeze. And once you feel like you've squeezed out as much as you can, we will move to the floor. Okay, now we're on the floor. Try not to like let it stretch out too much. I don't know, I'm just extra careful, but I do want to shape it into to be able to like roll it. There's the sleeves, and I'm just gonna lay it roughly in its shape. Then what we're gonna do is start rolling, and I use my knees as I get through it to really help squeeze out, like, and roll and squeeze to really get as much moisture out as you can, and squeeze through again, get it all out, and then unroll this baby, and I can feel a lot of the water is gone from it. Okay, now let's go do the fun part, blocking it. Grabbing my pins. Okay, we're just gonna lay it out and shape it. I'm not gonna pull it a lot. I'm just simply shaping it nicely. Kind of want the edges at the bottom lined up. Blocking is also helpful if there is like a part of whatever you made that's maybe not even or a little off. Like this down here. I don't know what happened, but it's a little uneven, so we can stretch it like so that it's even when it dries, because the edges you kind of want lined up. And so now I'm gonna take the pins, and this one doesn't need a lot of pins. This part right here is like slanted here, so I'm gonna pin it so it'll dry straight and the edges line up. So you take any pins, and I'm just gonna pop it right here, and I'm gonna pop some just along the edge to keep it all together aligned. I think that was the only problematic part. I just want to pop some in here. Hey, This is where I've pinned. I actually want to pull it down a tad bit more, because before it was like all the way up here. Like, I'll just show you. See how it's popping up like that? We want it flush with this edge. So we just pop a pin in like so, and pop another one in here. There, so I got it in so it'll dry flushed with this one. And I just popped these in to help keep it aligned. So now it should dry nicely. And then up here, I pinned and pulled the sweater up a bit so that, because it was being pulled down from this. But that's it. Basically, just a simple blocking, it'll dry nicely. I'm not pulling and tugging anywhere else, it's all pretty loose. Okay, here's the final piece, and I think it is holding its shape very nicely. But see how the edging here, the side looks so much smoother, and this is just holding its shape really nice. It's perfect, and it's very, very soft. There we go, we're done.